What if you could see yourself in a different light? What if your choices shaped not just your future, but your very identity? Hello everyone, welcome to Play Then Paint, where we take a look at the visual language of a game and then paint an oil painting to try and capture it for ourselves. This week we're taking a look at The Alters, a game where art and storytelling collide in a unique sci-fi experience. The Alters isn't just about survival, it's about self-reflection, choice and identity, and its art style plays a crucial role in bringing those themes to life. From 11-bit studios, the creators of This War of Mine and Frostpunk, The Alters brings a bold cinematic art style that feels both intimate and grand in equal measure. Every frame is meticulously crafted, blending realistic textures with a dreamlike atmosphere. The fine details in the environment, from the gritty metallic textures to the way that light interacts with surfaces, make this harsh and untouched planet that serves as the game world feel alive, as much as a planet hostile to life can feel that way. And thus survival is your goal here. The element of gameplay that is survival serves a more introspective narrative, where characters and themes take centre stage. The world of The Alters is harsh yet beautiful. The lighting shifts dynamically, creating a sense of urgency and isolation. The mobile base that serves as your sanctuary feels truly lived in, with every shadow and reflection, every scuff on steel and exposed wire, adding a sense that the base is occupied. This is a place where people gather, where food is shared and stories are told, and it all rings true from the brilliant visual design. It's not just about visuals, even subtle animations help tell the story. The blinking lights, the ever-present movement of machinery, the hum of engines, it all contributes to a feeling of being in a fragile, constantly shifting reality. Now let's talk about the Alters themselves, these alternate versions of Jan, the player character. Each one is shaped by a different life path, meaning their visual design has to tell their story at a glance. Not only that, but each one has to be distinct from the others. Just a quick mention to Alex Jordan, the voice actor here. He does an exceptional job in making each version, or alter, of Jan feel truly different from one another. No easy task, I'm sure, but he knocks it out of the park. Back to the visual design, the developers have paid close attention to the way we perceive identity. Attention was paid to both posture and clothing to reflect personality. One alter might be more confident, another burdened by regret. The details tell their own silent narrative here. If we compare these two, the same person, different life choices, just from their appearance, you can feel the contrast in who they've become. And this is evident with all the alters. A quirk here, a different haircut there. It all lets the eye of the viewer do the easy work of telling them apart. The game's visual inspirations pull from some of the greatest cinematic sci-fi worlds there are. There's an eerie, dreamlike quality reminiscent of Blade Runner, with bursts of red against the monotone blacks and greys, combined with the lonely vastness of Interstellar. I get that same feeling of visual grandeur I felt when watching Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey for the first time. Each frame serves a story, and the use of light and colour helps write the tale. The use of colour theory is impressive. Deep oranges and harsh blues contrast to heighten immersion, and these aren't just aesthetic choices. They influence how you feel while you're playing the game. That feeling of the time limit, though it's a generous one, is always present in the back of your mind as you run from one brightly coloured mining node to another just to make sure you and the other Jans survive. Art isn't just decoration, it's storytelling. From cave drawings to the work of Da Vinci, artists have always tried to tell you something when they put brush to canvas or natural pigment to wall. In The Alters, the visual design echoes the haunting isolation of space, the weight of decisions, taken and passed up, and that loneliness that creeps in at 3 in the morning when you feel like you're the only person who exists in that particular moment. The art direction of The Alters makes you feel all of that. If you imagine The Alters with a more generic, action-heavy aesthetic, it wouldn't hit the same emotional core. Here, the muted tones, the depth of shadows, the flickering lights, they all make you pause, reflect, and truly sink into the experience. Add the visuals to the sharp and thought-provoking writing, and the unique concept, and you have a recipe for a game that is very special indeed. In The Alters, art isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in itself. Whether you're exploring the unknown or facing your own reflection and wondering if you should have taken that job offer, or said this instead of that, the visuals pull you deeper into the experience. The Alters then is a game that thrives on atmosphere. Its haunting landscapes, its interplay of light and shadow, the raw emotions embedded in its visual storytelling. With that in mind, let's have a go at translating the essence of the altars into an oil painting. This painting was a bit of a departure from my usual process, and I really leaned into the bold graphic approach. The typography of the game's title immediately caught my eye, that stark black against the rich pinkish red. I knew I wanted to limit the palette to just 3 colours, so I had the pink ground, black and white. With the themes in mind and the pressure of creating a full painting within a week for this channel, I trusted my gut and stuck with my initial thumbnail sketch. 3 Jans in spacesuits, the central figure somehow connected to the other 2. At first I envisioned like umbilical cords, but as I worked I realised that the oxygen pipes on the suits pretty much look like umbilical cords anyway. That realisation shaped the composition. I kept the style intentionally bold and graphic, with the 3 colour scheme reinforcing that striking contrast, those deep blacks punctuated by crisp whites, all set against this commanding red. All came together to feel quite visually arresting, I think. And that's the finished piece. Thanks for watching everyone, and if you want to see more games played and paintings painted, consider liking and subscribing. Your support means a great deal, so thank you, and until next time, farewell.